14 podcast presented by Budweiser, the beer of choice for the Heat 14 podcast. And the Toronto Blue Jays dropped 2 of 3 to the Colorado Rockies in one of the Mondays was pretty bad, but one of the worst baseball games I've ever seen, maybe. I mean, just awful stuff all around from both teams, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you expect bad baseball from one team and not from the other, but man, we waited a whole offseason to get back to this. And this is the game we love, people. Like, let's not forget this stupid sport that is infuriating to watch a lot of the time is why we
Majority of
do
the
it.
time, yeah.
Yeah, like let's remember why we do this. It's not all ups, and that sucked. The Cody Ponce injury sucked. I wouldn't say anything good happened this week. But again, that is the game we love, and that's why we watch ball.
Yeah, and it's like I know a lot of the new Blue Jays fans or the bandwagon jumpers, as they say, are used to playoff baseball where every loss matters. This might be a hot take. This won't even crack the top 5 worst losses of the season, probably. Like,
No.
we're gonna experience losses, Avery, where we're up by 3 in the ninth, or we're up by 5 in the fifth. Like, this is a very minuscule type of thing to worry about, and to just blatantly pretend, and all over the timeline, and I get it. I get the anger immediately after the loss. Like, this is the NFL and it's 16 games and it's holy shit. We got to win. Like, this happens. The Dodgers lost a 2 or 3 to the Rockies last year. Did they win the World Series? Yeah, one of the greatest teams ever assembled, probably. That's just what happens in the sport, and I don't think I'm that angry about the result based on the fact that they did go 4-2 on the homestand, which is what you'd take 10 times out of 10.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that was bad.
Oh,
No
for sure.
great.
And I
Yeah,
get saying that, like, holy fuck, that was the worst brand of baseball I've ever seen, and it sucked.
it was.
That's
Yeah.
obviously a correct take to have. But to just pretend, I don't know.
Well, I get what you're saying. It sucks, and it's the worst part about baseball
Yeah.
through a fan base when you pencil in wins and then you lose, right? Like in everyone's mind, there's no way they wouldn't sweep. It's like, okay, it's baseball. They'll find a way to lose some games. It's
Yeah.
how it goes. So yeah, chalking up some wins and then losing those games is tough to watch. And when you do it in a way, well, that's like boring brand,
It
tough
was
to
welcome
watch.
back 2023. That's what it was. Great
Yeah,
pitching and just awful, like, just couldn't hit. Really what it was. Like, but like I said, man, I can't get that angry about it. It sucked. And I will ask you this, Avery. Do you think there would be as much doom posting as there is right now if the Toronto Blue Jays took 2 or 3 from both series instead of swept one and lost 2 or 3 to the Rockies?
yeah, of course.
But
You
ultimately,
cannot,
it's the exact same result, though.
dude, you can't even think about getting big brain takes off on Like, don't try it. It's not
Yeah.
right. It is not okay. It's like, let's get at least a month before you say something that's pretty edgy, and then you can have some things to back it up. But April 1st, man, 6 games into the season, oh, this team doesn't have it. I I don't have time to like really listen to that.
And we're also quick to forget, like, last year we were doom posting, and then they went on a not Linsanity run, but they went on a bananas run after June. Like, last year, this team was hovering around 500 for the first 3 months. Avery, the first 2 months. Like, baseball is such a strange sport. This is a better start than they've had. Like, 4-2, I'll take that 10 times out of 10. They have a chance to take 2 or 3 from the White Sox, but there's just no denying how awful that brand of baseball was today and on Monday.
Yeah, we'll say the early season Blue Jays, like the successful early season Blue Jays just don't want to do it yet. They need to get into some heat, get the dome open, and then
Yeah.
then we can ride a little bit. But
Yeah.
man, yeah, no, that stunk out loud. Really,
Just awful,
really,
awful to watch. And
really bad. And it starts with Cody Ponce, 15 whiffs, and then I mean just a knee injury that like I really wish he was okay so we could look at that sequence and be like, well, he fell down and then that play happened. But I mean, there's no laughing at it because he's quite possibly done for the season. Like that
yeah,
that was the worst stretch of three pitches I've seen in the sport in a long time. You feel awful for the guy. It doesn't again the team, it's like, hey, we have all these pitchers, and then it's like, okay, you know what? It's not looking so good right now. Just one guy goes down. So yeah, the Ponce thing, man, just what an awful, unfortunate start to this
You
series.
got to feel for the guy, man, and obviously I do. Like you battle your ass off to find it again. You go to Korea, you ramp it up to 96, 97. Teams want you in the offseason. You finally are looked upon as like a coveted asset for a Major League Baseball team. Your first start at home, your family flies down. You have George Kittle there. And you just through the like, you go through three, you look great, 0 runs, and then it just all collapses. Like that's how cruel sports are. He just fielding a ground ball, and next thing you know, we might not see Ponce till August if we're the luckiest human beings on the planet. It's the worst part of the sport ever because I know everyone knows they talk about how great of a guy he is, how awful that is. Like how awful to just work your tail off and get it ripped from you, not even a full game into it.
Yeah. I mean, man, like we saw infield in. Like, why do we have to go for that ball? You can never blame a guy going for it and trying to make a play. It's just like,
The adrenaline, obviously, and
yeah,
the
of
excitement.
course. It's
Yeah.
like Ernie's right there. Like, oh man, just leave it for there and we'd get out too. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing I have nothing different to say than anyone that's ever said something
Sure.
else about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck, man, that sucks. I will say at least it's not an arm injury. Like when we look at long-term outlook, I think
Easier to
that
bounce back from that than an arm injury. Yeah.
I mean, as a pitcher, I think I would take that as it's
Yeah.
not being Tommy John or shoulder surgery. So I guess that's maybe the bright side, and maybe we get some really good news that well, I mean, everyone's saying significant time. Maybe we get some awesome news. Last time they went to Ella Trash, it was Barrios saying that he wasn't
Yeah.
too bad. So maybe we're gonna go. It's never good getting a second opinion because that means the first one was really good, right?
Yeah. Usually that's what it means. Like when you get a
So
second, it
good.
means because the first was so good,
Yeah. This is a little
Um,
different than than the arm injuries for these guys, but it's like yeah, it's fucking awful. It
yeah,
sucks. And then it's gonna immediately test. I mean, I was talking last episode, like, is Eric Lauers out of a numbers game here when everyone comes back? And then right away, it's like, okay, this guy's super important. And then when we're talking in the off season, it's like we need to trade Barrios. It's like, okay, thank God that we still have like we're looking at some of these guys, but man,
yeah.
can we bump that up a little faster? Which don't want to rush anyone back, but man, what how awful is that for a team that hasn't seen too many like pitching injuries the last couple of years? That's just
Yeah, it's just that's the awful thing about it. And you can never have too much pitching. It's another win for never have too much pitching FC, now Bieber, Yasavage. I mean, we still have a fuck ton of pitchers. I mean, you got Bieber, Yasavage, and Barrios coming back still, which is three more, but um just shitty. Awful. Awful. And sorry, what makes it worse is like we don't even know the timetable for the Biebers and the Savages of the world. It's like they're working off a mound, they're ramping up. Like Shane Bieber's been off a mound, on a mound. We don't even know what he's doing. Just a shitty situation all around. But luckily, this team has shown that they have good starting pitching depth. Like Max Scherzer, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me at the age of 41? Um, and Eric Lauer looks awesome. So really, they could kind of work their way around it while the other guys are rehabbing and get to the point of April 21st, I want to say, is the date where they need their actual 5-man rotation to be good for because of the off days in between. But just you got to feel for Cody Ponce. I was so excited to watch him pitch. He had some of the nerves. He was kind of pulling off the baseball a little bit there, which comes with the territory when you've making a return back to Major League Baseball and it's a sold out crowd. I get it. But just a kick in the dicks week, to be honest with you, especially after such an awesome weekend, man.
yeah,
Awesome weekend.
it's so awesome. We're 6 games into the season.
Yeah.
We got so much an insane amount of baseball left.
Yeah.
We also had big conversation about Brendan Little, or we had to
Yeah.
the Brendan Little talks came to a head
Oh,
on
they came to
Monday.
a head all right. Okay,
I made a T chart.
I don't
Uh,
want to do this on every pod, man, because it just gets exhausting. But I will say, Brendan Little, like, he did take a step forward for me today. Like, that wasn't a bad appearance. And the people that are going to blame, and we'll go game by game, obviously, but the people that are going to blame Brendan Little for this, like, give your head a shake, man. He gave up the ghost runner, and the offense couldn't score the exact same ghost runner with the top of their order coming up. Like, I, I get the frustration, but it's just pathetic to blame Brendan Little for the display of baseball we saw in the 10th inning today.
yeah.
That's
Oh
just
yeah.
wrong. It's
No,
wrong.
that was number one if we're gonna rank Brendan Little outings. No doubt.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
that
it's yeah, yeah,
that
sure.
heads to the top. Everyone's like, why'd you bring him back? Really simple. He's cheap, guys. I don't know if we did this on the episode last week or on the stream. They come together, but Brendan Little's cheap. And in a bullpen, when you get a guy who has a top two whiff rate pitch in baseball for that
Yeah.
amount of money, you're going to try and give him chances. Okay, that's why they're willing to bet on him at least a little
And
bit
to
long.
piggyback what you are saying, if the Toronto Blue Jays acquired a guy like Brendan Little, this entire fan base would be going like, "Whoa,
Yeah, he has
97 from the left side with swing and miss," you
yeah, he
know?
has
And
he has
again, I know
something.
people are going to call us shills and whatever for this. This is just a generic take to have. Do I think he should be still with the big league club? No. Okay, I don't. But still,
Uh,
we're just bringing points. We're T charting it up.
yeah, the pros and cons here. I think he's probably better than a lot of the AAA options.
Not
The
Mako.
numbers.
I don't know if he's better than Mako,
Okay, well
but yeah,
that's like one guy, right? It's
yeah,
like how
yeah.
many people, and Adam Mako becomes pretty important as a depth starter for this team. Like he can't bring him up to shut down some of his innings to maybe stretch him out instead for him to come up if another injury does happen. So it's like it's not one for one for Mako in my mind. Like that's just not a possibility right now as that being the
And they are
change.
stretching Mako out, correct? Like he's starting games down there.
Like
So,
that's I would think so. Um, so that's the thing for me is like who's you're not going to bring up Josh Fleming to be the reliever
oh
instead.
God, you thought Brendan Little's bad. Oh, Josh Fleming.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Like that's really their only lefty AAA guy, if I'm reading this chart correctly. And then is Joe Mantiply, I forget how you say his name, but the old D-backs guy. I don't know what his numbers are looking like. But yeah, so you can send him down as well. That's why he's not getting DFA'd. Like he has an option. They probably aren't going to use it, but that's why he's not DFA'd for people calling that out. The bads, he sucks right now. Like he really sucks
Awful.
right now. It's when you see a guy who clearly doesn't have confidence in himself, it doesn't inspire confidence from the fans, and that's when the boos come down, and that's how that comes. So yeah, he sucks right now. That's the con. No one trusts him, and the fans hate him. All right, that's how it is. I will say this is not to do anything for him. His two outings, everyone's like, why is he in leverage? The two outings he had before were because people got injured. Like
Yeah.
that's why he
Yeah.
came into those spots. So it's like they could literally have him on the last guy on their internal chart. He came in the game both times because a pitcher got injured. It was Fluharty, and then it was the Miles, and then he came into an inning. Like that's normal for Brendan Little the second outing. So that's
Yeah.
not like I'm fine to take that feedback back from anyone.
Sure.
And then he came in today, and I thought he threw okay. Like
He
it,
looked great today.
I wouldn't say great. He
He
got
was
people out.
generating whiffs and he was a little bit more in the zone though, Avery.
I mean, yeah, I said he can beat people in the zone. He threw a curveball in the zone today, and he gave up the one hit. But
Yeah.
it was a step where people were like, okay, that's more like the good we saw. So
Sure.
let's see if we can do this. Yeah, when he comes in, he strikes out the first guy. Sorry, he gave up the hit, but and then you have like the other guys striking out. That's what Brendan Little does. So and they're not going to be that quick to give up on him, in my opinion. So I know everyone's going to hate him. He's been pitching like shit, but yeah, let's see. The leash isn't super long, um, but he's got to do
But
more
like,
for
does he have
himself to
one more
help it out.
blow up though, Avery? Like, where are you at with him?
Yeah, like if he gets a clean inning and he's like a 1 run, 2 strikeouts, a hit and a walk. I'm like, okay, I can kind of deal with that. But yeah, if we're doing what we're doing on Monday night, no one can watch that anymore. No one should.
Yeah.
People are like, what? You have to take him out. At that point, they're losing by 100 runs. Just let him eat this. Like either you're gonna figure this out or your arm's gonna fall off. That was
That's
the
and that's
that's
the
where I
arguments
got to on Monday.
that's the arguments I was having. It's like, why the fuck would John Schneider leave him out there? One, the bullpen was already taxed from the entire weekend. They had all close games. And two, let him fucking rot out there if he has to. You figure that shit out now in real time while the game is out of reach. So that's kind of just like the Brennan Little discussion, man. I really don't know what they do. I will say today was a little bit more promising. I'll walk back him saying that he looked really
There
good.
had to have been people down today for him to come in
Well,
that
Louis
spot.
Varland was down, I'm pretty sure.
Had
He
to have
threw
been.
30 pitches 2 days ago in relief because he had to come in for Cody Ponce and warm up faster than he usually does, right?
Yeah,
Um, there were like a lot like Spencer Miles, I assume wasn't good to go either. I mean, he threw back-to-back days and kind of got hit around a little bit in that appearance that he had
well,
Monday.
he threw 41 pitches on Monday.
Yeah, exactly. So there were like it was really little or essentially no one. That's
Yeah,
who it was today.
and then Fisher, right? He threw 23 pitches the day before. Yeah, so it's like another thing too. Tommy Nance looked awful today. That was another
Oh,
part of it.
just all around the zone, like not in the zone.
Couple walks,
Just
the hit. Yep.
walks, hits. Just he owes Mason Fluharty a dinner because I will be saying this. That loss should have went to Tommy Nance. That's why you can't focus on wins and losses. Tommy Nance was awful today.
Yeah. And again,
Awful.
just one, I mean, we're talking about the Brandon Little thing too. Their relievers, like one bad thing could screw up your numbers. So Tommy Nance could go out next outing and things change. He's worked pretty hard to give himself a little bit of grace and just a bad outing from Tommy Nance. But if we want to go game by game, John, Monday,
Uh,
shitty.
I, legit awful. It was cool to go to BP and talk to Schneids, and he gave us that game used jersey to put on our studio. We talked to Pop, we talked to Mark Shapiro for like 20, 30 minutes. That was awesome experience. That was cool. I did get told a funny Kazuma story. He just doesn't give a fuck. Like he is like the essentially they told me that he's like Miles Straw, and they were tell apparently Vladdy was telling Kazuma is like, do you want your home run ball? You got to get your home run ball. You got to authenticate your cleats, your bat. And Kazuma's like, oh yeah, whatever, man. He doesn't give a fuck. Like it was like pulling teeth for him to get his home run ball. His first big league home run ball was like pulling his teeth. So that was cool. Another cool thing was Ghost K Kato coming up to me and talking about how much he loves the pod and loves us. And he was like, "You're the first guy ever to pronounce my last name wrong and my first name right." He's like, "How fucking dumb are you?" I was like, "I'm pretty dumb to be honest with you," but that was cool. But the Monday game, man, I just flushed it. Like it was awful. I mean, right when Cody Ponce got injured and with how taxed the bullpen was, in my mind, I was like, "This shit is over, dude. Long over." And having the offense talk, Avery, I'd love to get your thought process on this because the team's 4-2 right now. Before today's game, they're averaging 5 runs, but they just haven't looked great on offense, man. Like it just
I agree.
lackadaisical, uncompetitive. Really, it just doesn't look that good.
I would just throw it to timing related issues.
Yeah,
Not too much big picture stuff that I would worry about with the offense.
yeah,
You look numbers wise. I mean, you should not be looking numbers at the rest of the league through 6 games, but I did. I did do that. I have no problem saying that I did do that. But like maybe it's a runners in scoring position thing. They haven't seemed to get the massive hit
yeah.
when they've needed it, like to blow it. Today they had every chance to blow it open. And I mean, you had the walk offs before, so
Brother,
they
it's not every
they
chance.
found a
You had extra innings, runner on second, 1, 2, 3 up. What more could you ask for, dude?
yeah, and then yeah, the popping out as the
Oh,
first guy up is just it's the death sentence, right? It's everyone's like, okay, now that's
it's
over.
just they
I will
aren't.
give I will give the Rockies some credit. They've got some interesting guys at least in the bullpen.
Not the
I'm
worst bullpen.
I'm a Jimmy Herget like one of my favorite pitchers in the league.
Really?
Just the funk. Vodnik's pretty good.
I
You know,
like Feltner, man. I don't know what it is. I can't shake him.
yeah, maybe they get swept if they don't smoke Feltner in the ass and he doesn't come out of the game.
Yeah.
He was pitching great.
We could be having a different convo if that's the case, man.
And then Jaden Hill's throwing 100, like sinkers, not really throwing it in
It's
the
a
zone too
fun
much.
baseball team, Ave. It really is.
I I'm not like
In terms
love.
of pitching wise, I guess. Sorry, not obviously hitting wise, but their
I just think
bullpen.
that the bullpen's interesting. I'm not so in on some of the hitters, but like I can't believe how small Hunter Goodman is. I When I see him up there and he is hitting balls off like the 500
His
level.
batting practice was ridiculous. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Yeah.
He was
Um,
hitting baseballs off the fucking Budweiser sign and left.
he's a cool fun player. I like Tovar a lot. But just some pretty stinky pieces around it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, not great. I
I mean, that's why they won 52 games or whatever. Or their
Yeah, I
total's
mean that's a
52 and a
fair
half.
that's a fair correlation, I guess, if you want to make that correlation there. But
Sugano, watching Sugano pitch,
oh,
I got to
that's a
watch
two-time
him.
Samurai winner.
Yeah,
That's it.
Sawamura.
What is that? How you say it? I don't know
Yeah.
why I said samurai.
Well,
Okay,
that's Samurai Japan is what they call their national team.
okay. Samamura. What is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
it.
two-time winner. I mean, that's the most runs he's given up this year. One against the Jays. So we did that. I think the funniest thing is we found our new just rent due tweets from like new Blue Jays fans. It used to be Otani's on the plane.
Yeah,
Then it went to Shakins, or actually it started with Shakins. Then Otani's on the plane. Then now it's just anything about Brendan Little or Jeff Hoffman, even if the Jeff Hoffman stuff is obviously factually incorrect, has just it just does numbers online. So now we know it's like you got the people from like the Steve Dangle network, like they're tweeting just about Brendan Little and why was Brendan Little pitching without understanding any context of it. It's the easiest rent due tweet of all time now. It's like I'm surprised baseball history nuts not tweeting it as well. So they found their new niche, and that's
it's
fair.
it's what happens when you're on the big stage,
As
man.
well
And
as Gabriel Moreno, that was another one. That was another rent due tweet that the new Blue Jays fans kind of tapped into. So
true.
they're finding their avenue. They really are. But I don't know. Like I know we're talking about game one. I do like the overreaction stuff. Do you have any overreactions from this series? Like, is there anything that's really crossed your mind? Because I will say this. My immediate overreaction is Addison Barger's completely lost out there right now.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Right now.
and you know it's like even when like the prospect guys like there's Damon, like the Zach Marshalls, all like everyone's agreeing on it, like as a unit. The swing decisions aren't great. The process doesn't seem like it's that great, and he seems like he's. And again, it's a short sample size, and it's why this is an overreaction. But his at bats are like 2024 esque right now. They're
Yeah,
not late, like they're not playoff 2025 at bats. They were when it was just so frustrating because the talent's there and he's whiffing at pitches that he thinks he's Victor Wembanyama, like Griff said. You
that's
know,
what
like
he's.
that's my overreaction of the series, Avery.
Okay,
That's my
I'm not gonna overreact to that yet. I mean, he obviously
even
doesn't have.
Varsho for Christ's sakes. I mean, he has not been good, Avery.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to me is yeah, it's just hard for me to look at that and care too much right now. It interesting. What I will take from it is Jesus Sanchez playing today.
Yeah,
Um,
they love
and
him. They
well,
love Jesus.
Jesus Sanchez playing today and no Varsho. Um, and obviously no Addison Barger as well. So it's like the lefty they're giving Jesus Sanchez the chance, and he's done well in his limited at bats. So
Yeah,
I'm not ready to, well, certainly not ready to give up on Barger. Like he's been able to work some, but a lot of the swings are just like more protection. Okay, let's battle this around the zone and try and find mine. It's another year of getting data and looks at these players. They played in the World Series. Like these teams were watching these guys play on the biggest stage. And like
24/7. They were gooning to these ball clubs. Like,
absolutely, like these guys aren't surprises to people anymore. And I know
no,
it's an insane, like you have these analytic guys on your team, so they're not going to be a surprise to anyone anyways, but you're watching the World Series, you're seeing how you pitch to these people. It's not going to be that much of a surprise anymore. So
Yeah,
you're going to be
that's the shitty thing about it.
yeah, you're going to be game plan differently. They're going to know you better. And that could lead to different things happening for some of these guys. So, um, yeah, man, it's shitty baseball to watch so far this week.
It breaks my heart to watch it. I'll be honest with you. That I'm always painfully reminded, like, why do I sometimes hate this sport? And then we'll have a series like that, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's why I fucking hate this sport at times because I get to have to watch that. You know,
Yep.
it was painful to watch. But then the next thing you know, they'll sweep the White Sox, and we'll be like, oh, 7-2 going into the 7-2 going into the Dodgers series. We'll take it. But
Yep.
my immediate spin zone is they're saving all the runs because they know what team's coming to town next week. They're saving they know it's like when NFL team has a look ahead
Look
spot. It's
ahead
like,
spot.
yeah, it's like do I really want to get up for Rockies and White Sox? Like I mean we do got the Dodgers coming to town. We got Yamamoto pitching on Tuesday. Like
Yeah,
do I really want
Shohei, then Yamamoto.
like, yeah,
Perfect.
do I really want to worry about that right now? I don't know. Maybe we'll just let it slide and just focus on we'll just try to keep our head above water and wait till the Dodgers series, you know? But that there's really not much else to say about that game one, Avery. I don't really want to talk about it. It was awful. The only bright spot was like that Addison Barger catch in like the third inning.
See, that's one thing I will give him. It feels like when you tell Addison Barger what he's doing, he gets better at it.
Yeah.
It's it was last year, like he played pretty good third base. The year before, it was just frantic. It was crazy. This year, it seemed pretty obvious. Hey, you're going to play right field. I liked what I've seen so far in right field. So
Yeah.
I mean that was his second ever 5-star difficulty catch, which I believe is 10% catch probability. That was an awesome play to start the game. Like I thought Jake McCarthy was going for a triple to start Cody Ponce's reclamation or his time back in Major League Baseball. But
Yeah, I guess you could say like the other bright spots were like I mean, David Schneider hit his first home run of the year. Andres Jimenez another home run. Okamoto hit a home run on a ball that was 99.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
those were
just
yeah they were all garbage time homers
yeah,
too.
exactly. So I'm not gonna really even mention it or focus too much on it. Let's go into game two, Avery, because game two was fun.
Game two was
Uh,
fun.
it was fun actually. You know what? I'll say it was fun the entire time because we got to watch Max Scherzer carve. And I did say this with you on stream. A lot better improvement than his debut last year when he pitched 3 innings and got absolutely shelled.
Yes.
Uh, he is inevitable. That guy is fucking inevitable. It blows my mind. Like you look around the league, Justin Verlander at 41 got his dick shoved in 2 days ago against the Diamondbacks. Clayton Kershaw was throwing 86 miles an hour last year. Like we are talking about Max Scherzer at the age of 41, still pumping 95, 96, and making hitters look foolish and giving you zeros. What a privilege it is to watch this guy.
Yeah, he loved it, so he came back, and I would like for him to pitch great this year. No shit,
Uh,
to make
Someone
it
in our
all
chat
worth it.
said 150 innings,
No, they
3.5
said
ERA.
185.
Oh, you're
They went 185 inning. Yeah, someone in chat said, "Would you guys take 185 innings from Max, 3.5 ERA, 170 strikeouts?" And I was
you
like,
know what, man?
"That's the 99th percentile outcome."
I've thought about it, and yeah, I think I would take that. You
I
know,
loved it. It was so funny and it
I
was
think I
so
would
good.
take that.
Um, the biggest news that came out last week was the Max Scherzer piano story finally dropped.
We've
Ken
been
Rosenthal.
we have been sitting on that story for
I thi-
almost a year.
And I think all, not a year, it was, we found out like in the middle of the summer,
Yeah,
but all of the guys, all, we had a nice chat with all the Sportsnet guys on the field. And they're like, I know, I wanted to write about it so bad. But he's like, nope, they're saving the story. I thought for sure I was going to say something in the offseason because I thought he was done and he wasn't coming back. So I'm
yeah.
glad I didn't. But man, what a very funny story. Max Scherzer fixed his thumb by playing the piano, and the only like he'd bring the piano and he'd only play rap songs, from what I believe, on the
He was playing
piano.
Still Dre in the clubhouse. Like it's unbelievable, and I think it doesn't make sense. I'm glad I don't know how they figured that out. I didn't read the
Yeah.
article. I'll be honest with you. I hate Ken Rosenthal, so I'm never going to read it. But uh, I'd love to know how that thought process happened. Like, what made him be like, all right, I'm going to play the piano and see if this fixes me. Doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Really strange.
Well, maybe he was just keying it up one day and it's like, you know what? I
He's like,
feel
wait a
pretty.
second, my thumb feels great.
It's
But
it's like it's kind of like Mike putting on the shoes, Max
yeah,
Beethoven mode.
yeah. It just watching him pitch and do it at a competitive level made him like it makes me think like if he like
What do
why
you think you're
retire
going to be doing when you're 41?
podding. Like that's prime pod years, 41,
You
you
think,
know?
dude, if you after like a couple kids and like some real world experience and you got some anger back in your life and frustration, yeah, I think 41's prime years, man.
Prime years. You just let it
Prime
all out,
posting
you know?
years.
You let it all out. But the thing about Max Scherzer is like watching a pitch, it's like, when the fuck is this guy ever going to retire if he still has this shit in the tank?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is he going to go till he's 42? I don't know. But just an absolute legend. Awesome. And dude, the entire bullpen was pretty great yesterday. I mean, they minimized a lot of stuff. And another thing I did want to touch on is it is a goddamn disservice. It is a disgusting act that people put Brendan Little in the same light as Jeff Hoffman. It's disgusting. It really is. And I don't know if we talked about this in the last podcast. I don't think we did. Like, Jeff Hoffman has been essentially pretty fucking good aside from a singular pitch in the like since the playoffs, he has been ridiculous. Start of the playoffs, he was awesome. One pitch in the playoffs. Unfortunately, he's going to dictate his career in the playoffs, and I get that. But he
Yeah.
has been so good. This year, he comes in today again, little two punchies, drops the ERA. He's given up one run all year now with like 7 or 8 punchies in 4 innings. Pretty, or might be more, might be less innings actually, but he's been great. Tyler Rogers has been great. Braden Fisher's been great. Louis Varland's been awesome. It's just been a
I'm
collective.
I'm I'm getting colder on Louis Varland. Just a
You
little
think
bit.
it's just a little too wild?
I just like he gets hit. Like I
Well, that's
when
what's going to happen when he throws really 100-mile-an-hour fastballs that don't have like
yeah,
crazy.
I'm cooling a little bit. It's so good that he can pitch as much as he can.
Yeah, he's a
There's
rubber arm that throws 100.
yeah, just like we could get some more strikeouts from him. We could get it down there again. ERA is not everything, right? But like he was coming in with these great numbers from
Yeah,
Minnesota. So
yeah,
yeah, just we could turn something around for him, I think.
sure. But yeah, that game, Jesus Sanchez, woo! He's awesome, Avery.
Yep.
I I'm a Jesus Sanchez guy. And again, you mentioned earlier the fact that they had him in the lineup today against a lefty goes to show how much they actually do believe in him. But Jesus Sanchez, 2 for 4, 2 for 4 yesterday. Awesome stuff. And then you bring in Miles Straw to pinch run, pinch like defensive replacement, which I get. I mean, he's way better defensively, Miles Straw, but Jesus Sanchez has been doing every single thing asked for him, right? Like that's the great thing about it, and the projectability's there. Um, the talent's definitely there. It's just how can we put this together? And it seems as if they've done it a little bit with the process and the stance. And I'm looking forward to seeing the other strides he makes with the Toronto Blue Jays and kind of seeing how the season pans out. But I'm very impressed with Jesus Sanchez so far. Very.
As am I. Defensively, not that fun to watch, but like the angles he creates at the bottom of the zone look really uncomfortable,
Yeah,
and he's finding a way to get the barrel there. It's like, hey,
for sure.
you could probably attack him upstairs a little bit more. But I've been happy with how this thing has gone. And again, I said it another time. I think both teams are going to be happy with how this turns out. The Astros playing Joey, and then Jay's got a guy that kind of fits exactly what they were looking for at the plate. When they go
Perfect
back at
trade.
speed.
Perfect trade, really.
For now, yeah,
For now.
right,
Yeah.
as it is. So
I know. I was talking
I
more perfect trade for both sides, to be honest.
yeah, hopefully Joey doesn't like become this all-star. I would actually like for him to become an all-star. I'd be happy for him.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, straight up as it is, happy for it. They have him playing in other positions, right? Like he was playing some right field today
Yeah.
after playing left. The jumps are tough to watch a little bit, but give him the year. Let's see if we can figure out some more defense.
Yeah, yesterday's game was fun. I mean, you got Kazuma Okamoto RBI, you got Vladdy little 2 for 3 day. The Vladdy stuff has been weird. I again, I
How's it different from anything we've seen like the past
no
couple
for
of years
sure, but
though?
it just as a fan, I'm not saying it's like bad, but it's like it is a little frustrating watching him elevate the baseball in the World Baseball Classic and in the playoffs. And then now he's like walking and taking hit by pitches and hitting singles. Like it is a little just like it's weird. Like the numbers are still great. I mean, still posting like over a 130 weighted runs created plus, but it is just strange to see it unfold after what we know the guy can do, right? Like that's not really a hot take.
Yep. Yep.
Like I
You're right.
again,
That was the thing for us the whole time is we want and we know how good of a player this is
yeah,
and we want to see it. So
yeah, and I think he's
I
all
I don't want to wait 2 weeks for his first homer like last year.
I don't want either. I don't
Yeah, let's
like
let's get this done
that. That was demoralizing, Avery. That
let's get this
was.
done in Chicago. I also want to reiterate, like, there's nothing bad with Louis Varland, by the way. Like, I know the numbers are good to start this year. It's just I expect a lot from Louis, so I want some more.
I mean, when you throw
I do.
100, everyone's gonna expect a lot from you,
Yep.
right? Yeah,
Keep
like
keep being that guy. He's got the perfect closer mentality, or not closer, perfect like reliever mentality in my mind. So
you wanted him to be a starter. People forget.
yeah, I think he can do it. I think he can do everything he wants to because he's good.
Well, that's the thing. Like Louis Varland, man, he could play anywhere. So, and another thing that
I bet if you put him in a position, he'd fucking compete.
and another thing, and I'd like to get this clipped up for tomorrow. Another thing that has agitated me watching the Toronto Blue Jays, and maybe this is old man yelling at a cloud. I cannot fucking stand the guy in the glitter jacket behind home plate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We used to be a society. We had Getty Lee and we had home plate lady, and it was just awesome. It was like now we have these main character syndrome guys that every time I'm looking at it, it's like, dude, holy fuck, give it up. Like you weren't even here last year. I don't think so. You just joined in the playoffs and now you're doing this like gimmick that's going on through the regular season. I don't want to see it for 81 games. And he'll probably see this. I don't care. You're like, go spend time with your family. That's the point I'm trying. It's like I might get roasted for it, but I hate the main character syndrome behind home plate. The Marlins mans of the world has started an epidemic, and it's just what's going on. And I can't stand Sparkle Jacket guy. I really can't.
I think
It's annoying as fuck.
he was there last year at times. He was there last year. It's not my favorite thing, but it's there's no harm to it. It's just like if
Again,
you're
but yeah, it's just like old man yelling at a cloud, and I'll get flack for this. It's just so goddamn annoying, man.
you don't like it.
It's like, am I crazy, Avery? It's like it's the
No,
weirdest thing. It's like
people agree with you, and people are going to agree with you. I have no issue, or I have no thoughts that people are not going to be agreeing
and
with you,
then the worst thing is like the Jays are down 12 and he's fucking starting the wave behind home plate. It's like, come on, man.
buddy. When you're paying his numbers,
Sure.
you might as well be throwing out the first pitch. You might as well
Sure, but like it's just the main character syndrome, man. I've had enough of it.
you don't
We
like
used to
it.
be a proper society. Let's throw Getty Lee and home plate lady back there again. You
Sure.
know? Home plate lady didn't give a fuck. She was just rolling back there, like she was just vibing. But
I do like a good gimmick, but like if it's just clothes you wear, it's not that good of a gimmick.
yeah,
Right.
it's like I'm sorry. Maybe I'll get yelled at for this. I don't know. But yelled at from the opposing fans for this, but I don't know. It's just like a really strange gimmick thing. But yeah,
What
that
would you
game
what would you change? You just take the jacket up, hang it up in the rafters and be done with it? Yeah, because you wouldn't notice it
like
anyways.
just just wear a normal outfit, like just be a like wear a
Do you
Blue
think
Jays
do you
jersey.
think he's doing that in the summer? Like dome open,
Oh,
July.
I
That
hope
like
he's not.
you'd have to tip your cap at that point if he is in like Canada Day game wearing the sparkly jacket.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. If he's doing that for Canada Day game, I respect the gimmick to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But this bullshit right now, it's like, all right, dude, like please just wear a Jays jersey or a Jays hoodie. You're rich, we get it. Oh, it's a Sparkle guy sits there behind every game. It's so cool. I've had enough of it. I'll be honest with you. It's gotten a bit much. He's the type of guy that if he catches a foul ball, he's keeping it, not giving it to the kids. But yeah, there's not really much more to say about that Tuesday game, though. That Tuesday game was pretty. I mean, it was fun to watch. Again, still the offense hasn't broken out like the big dogs, really. Uh, and I tweeted today. If you want to go, we can go into today's game now because that's more recent on my mind, so I have more takes on it. But Blue Jays 1 to 5 hitters today. 2 for 17, 6 strikeouts, 12 left on base.
Yeah, they're getting Okamoto's swinging missing a lot. They're uh they're doing some whiff down and away that
Yeah, and that's a
was,
learning curve that's going to come.
of
We
course.
expected that, and
Yeah. I'm not
that's a
getting off
guy.
I'm not getting off a take like he'll never be able to hit, but it's like that yeah. They're getting to him. It's a more strikeout, more whiff than in I think everyone would project for his profile. So yeah, it's like at some point you'll realize where they're trying to pitch you, then we'll make those changes.
And this is a guy who's never really had whiff problems, right? Like 11% K rate. Like he's a guy that's shown he's able to adjust to this. So I'm not. It's not DefCon 4 or 5, whatever the fuck the name is with Okamoto because he's still putting together good at bats and good swings and driving guys in and still has an OPS over 900. So um, it it just yeah, it does suck seeing him whiff a lot, but if he is able
It's
to be a professional hitter and work around it like he has been, I'm completely fine with it right now.
it's part of the game.
Yeah.
The good things that I'll at least look at and monitor bat speed numbers from him as a guy who's 29. Like you will regress after that eventually, but like we're sitting right now 67th percentile. We can deal with that. He's got some good swings off. So I'm glad it wasn't like a 20th percentile bat speed and we were going to keep declining. So I think we're at a good start. Happy to see those numbers for
Yeah.
Okamoto.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely not been a net negative, that's for sure. He's been great and fun to watch every day to see how he goes about his business. And defensively, that play he made Monday was ridiculous. And the play he made today, where it almost hit him in the heart,
It went
was
through
also
through his
cool.
chest. Yeah.
But just Kevin Gossman, man. What more is there else like left to say about the guy? Just a true professional who has shown up for this team all the time. And what sucks about it is he's snake bitten in terms of every time he pitches, there's just no offensive output from the Toronto Blue Jays. It's like one of the strangest bits going on right now where it's like, why does this only happen to Kevin Gossman? You know, it's
Yeah.
I feel for the guy. I really do. It sucks. It's like awful that he, no matter how good he pitches, he gets 1 or 2 runs of support. And hopefully it changes down the line. But we're essentially kind of on year like 3 of this, where those it's kind of been happening to him. So just an awesome start. And then
Yeah. I mean,
Mason Fluharty, whoo, man.
he's just a guy
When
who's fired up to be there and gets the swing and miss.
you
And
think, I mean, Mason Fluharty's licking his chops, seeing that like his name is coming up on that depth chart a little bit more now. You know, he's the big dog. He's the guy, and he's performed to that standard that we have for him now. He's been unbelievable. Like the only runs he gave up this year were because he got 2 comebackers to him, and then someone else had to come in
yeah,
and gave him the inherited run. So shout out to Flu, Milf forever. Just an awesome pitcher out of this bullpen. And then Hoffman today lights the fuck out. It really just is the 1 to 5 hitters, no extra base hits. We're not getting that from these guys. Like we're really not getting that. And I don't know why it's happening, but again, the greatest saying you could have is that's just ball. Like they because
yeah,
we're gonna have certain times of the year where the top guys are carrying and we're looking at the bottom part of the order like what the fuck's going on here, boys? Like why aren't we being gritty anymore? Not just how ball works, but Springer today, oh my god, just the pop-ups to the catcher. Holy fuck, Avery, you know?
that's frustrating anytime you watch it.
Yeah.
That's the worst
Would
one.
you rather pop up to the catcher in terms of like embarrassment, or would you rather ground out to the pitcher? What are you picking?
Oh, being lazy would be I'd rather pop out to the catcher so I don't have to run.
Ah,
I don't have to run to first base. Dude, if you think of like you cap shot it to the pitcher and he has the ball before you even left the box and you're still running down the line, it's like, why the fuck am I doing? And you kind of do the halfway turn around back to the
yeah,
dugout. It's like, that sucks. It really sucks.
yeah. I hear
Because
where
at
you're coming
least with
from.
the catcher, you can like cheat yourself a little bit and say, well, I just
Sure,
missed it.
sure. I think the popping up to the pitcher's mound might be like up there for.
And the pitcher catches it.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like
Okay.
popping up to that part of the field sucks ass.
Sure. Yeah.
You
At least you
know.
can get a little bit of chaos. You pop up to the pitcher. It's like, oh,
But you
who's
still
he
have
gonna
to
get
like
this?
again, like talking to which point, having to like you still have to run to first, even though you know
Mm.
it's like I got four fielders there about to catch this, like one of them to get it. So yeah, those suck. But the extra innings today was very frustrating. It was very un-Blue Jays like to have that happen.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
that spot, and not even to like get him over at first. Yeah.
yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Like Nathan Lucas puts a good swing on the ball, but there's one out.
Yeah,
There's not
yeah.
none out.
If the guy was on third, maybe we're telling a different story. Maybe he scores there on the Nathan Lucas awesome at bat. But unfortunately, that's just not what happened, Dave. That's not what happened. Just very lackadaisical at bats. Didn't look like they just wanted the home. They look like they wanted the homestand to be over, and I get it. Whatever, travel day. Um, but I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk when the team is 4-2. That's just not. You're not gonna catch that from me. Hopefully, they take a couple in Chicago this weekend, and then they go to the Dodgers series, and maybe that's when the boys wake up. I don't know. We'll see. They have been. This team has shown the ability in big moments to just show up against good teams. They did it all of last year. So hopefully they just kind of copy that trend. We'll see what happens. But do you have the starting pitchers in front of you for this series preview?
Yeah, so game was supposed to be tomorrow. That is canceled. The Jays are now playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with rain expected on Friday and Saturday. So,
Yeah, we will
and
be streaming
super,
Friday, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
long as I don't have anything come up,
It's cease day. Yeah,
which I shouldn't, should be good. Saturday and Sunday, I can't stream that, but we'll obviously
yeah.
record after. Cold Sunday as well. So it's just like,
Really?
yeah, it's the dome is so good, man. And then you go to a place like Chicago this time of year, tough to play, or like Cleveland, I could only imagine is bad. So Dylan Cease against Sean Burke, old friend Anthony Kay takes the mound on
Oh,
Saturday. That's against Eric Lauer. And right now they have CJ Van Eyck pitching as a probable starter. I think that's just Lazaro Estrada.
yeah.
I'd pencil in there in my mind unless another move is made. That is against Davis Martin. So Burke a righty, K a lefty, and then Davis Martin, I believe, right-handed. So yeah.
I'm gonna do my first called shot of the year. Jays take 2 or 3.
Okay. I think they might struggle against Anthony K. He does it big now. I'll go 2 or 3 as well. Just win the series. Did they lose the series last year against the White
Yeah,
Sox at US Cellular
yeah.
or whatever they call it now? Guaranteed. I forget.
Guaranteed rate.
Yeah. All right. So they get revenge and they find a way
I'm looking
to.
forward to watching a little Anthony K action.
Anthony K does it big. I can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
really excited for that one actually.
Cease Redemption Day on the home openers kind of nails.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
kind of rocks.
That's really good. Has he been back?
Oh, for obviously, yeah.
Has he though?
Yeah,
Like
I
isn't
mean, of course.
he's making every start. Um, I'll take a look at that after. Definitely has.
Definitely has
They're
for
switching
sure.
every year.
For sure. But anyways, yeah, the for those that are new to the Gate 14 experience during the season, Thursday pods are a little bit shorter. Sunday pods we kind of stretch it out a little bit. But enjoy your weekend. We got Dylan Cease bump day Friday, off day tomorrow, which fucking sucks. There's not much baseball on tomorrow, which is even worse. But love you guys, man. Thank you so much for the support. I think the last podcast we did was like the most listened to podcast we've had when it was just me and Avery talking.
Yeah.
Bananas. So we appreciate you guys, man. Love you guys. We got some cool sponsorship announcements coming up here in the next couple days. And thank you guys for riding with us. Enjoy the series against the White Sox. We'll talk to you guys on Friday. Gate 14 forever. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. And like I mentioned, let's fucking ride.